Now, this is from the 1985 Godzilla movie. This is one of my favorites.
Significantly worse.
Significantly worse? Okay. Okay.
Man, that reminded me of a scene in Armageddon with the big Godzilla. He's like,
oh, yeah.
Bacon cream pies in your mom's eyes. Bacon cream pies all the time.
Everybody see my shoe?
I hate tomatoes, but I love ketchup.
Can't find it. I'm looking
That's just
everywhere.
a thing, and it's not even true.
Please, I have to drive home.
I think about you, and I have to say,
Have an
it
edible
was
earlier.
hard to leave you
I think I'm
alone.
gonna shit my pants.
Please, God, help me leave you alone.
all right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to do some, let's do the gruesome video game scenes first.
Okay. I'm still gonna use my same scene.
Okay, so you show me again.
Yeah. One of my favorites.
But I got mine pulled up right here. So this is from Gun, the video game. Came out like a long fucking time ago. It's on PS2. Clay is getting his fucking teeth ripped out. And it's crazy. So check this out.
Let's move, kid. We're burning daylight.
Oh my god, they're fucking his ass.
Sounds like some of your boys are attempting a rescue. The fools. Come morning, I'll be hanging them all.
Brutal.
He's just fucking that guy's mouth, dude.
Yeah.
It's a bad time.
I imagine that's halfway through when he's all like, hoodoo-doo-doo.
No, yeah. The next cutscene is where you kill Hoodoo.
Oh, nice.
So
Oh, so he's a bad guy.
Hoodoo's a piece of shit.
Oh, I thought he was your friend.
No. Clay is your friend. The guy getting his mouth fucked.
Ugh.
Yeah, it's bad.
You know what sucks is I'm about to go have a tooth pulled, and like I just had to watch that. That's so fun.
And then later on, Soapy, he's this other guy. He's really great. He's like a Doc Holliday-esque, except he's not like... I would say Doc Holliday in the...
Yeah, he drives the little Porsche.
In the way that like he's a poker player. Yeah. He's not even close to Doc Holliday. Like Doc Holliday's a badass. Like he has a fucking guns and shit, and he kills people. But Soapy, he sucks. He's just a card player, and he's like a cheat. But he can like crack safes and all that shit.
So he's pretty useful. I mean, I think it's always useful for every like little crew.
He breaks him out of prison with a fucking badge, like a sheriff badge. It's pretty sick.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah. But anyway, so Soapy gets caught by the main bad guy, and he gets like all his fucking fingers blown off. That's another.
I remember
crazy
you telling me about that too. Yeah. So I went with something that's a little bit less like bloody, but way more disgusting, and that's when Jill gets throat fucked by a spider.
Yeah, throat fuck. What is this, Resident Evil?
Yeah, this is Resident Evil 3, the remake. Oh, look at him, dude, thrusting away.
How deep do you think that went in there?
I don't know, you could see it. I think it went in, it was enough to get them in your stomach. So, like, in your throat. Yeah, it just comes down her throat, dude. And then, yeah, these little red things pop up on the side that shows bugs crawling around inside you. And you have to go eat green herb, and then you just throw them up. You just like...
It's so gross.
But every time one of these monsters gets close to you, that happens. You have to kill them before they get close. Yeah, so you can get throat fucked like 20 times, dude. It's,
right on,
It's
dude.
rough. Yeah, it's horrifying. I hate it.
You could get throat fucked 20 times and still survive?
You have to heal yourself after every one.
Oh, okay.
But there's like the whole time that you're going through on easy mode, there's a bunch of green herb in there. So but like it's really not that hard to shoot them. They get on the ceiling, they get upside down, they're like, and you're just like, bam, bam, bam.
Sick.
Yeah, nobody's throat fucking me.
Alien. You ever played any Alien games?
I did. I played one of them, and I walked by a hole in the wall, and I got by an alien, and I screamed.
You ever play the one that's like in Chuck E. Cheese?
No.
With the guns, like you actually hold a gun.
I've never played the AVP games, but I used to play Contra. I think is what.
Well, I'm saying like the stand-up ones.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
They used to have one where it wasn't the AVP, but I did play one where you were like fighting terrorists.
I think there's one in this Chuck E. Cheese that's, on Northwick Expressway. There's an alien one.
Really? I thought they
pretty
took a lot of
fun.
those out of the like Chuck E. Cheese because they were too violent.
Maybe, I don't know. But it was there when I was a kid, and it had those little walkers that with the fucking nut sacks, and they fucking face fuck you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to shoot them like in the air.
That's tough.
Yeah.
I used to love those games. These arcade shooters were so fun. I even remember playing like Duck Hunt at the fucking CC's Pizza.
Duck Hunt.
They had a Duck Hunt booth.
That's wild.
Yeah. Or like shit, dude, we remember the Boars with fucking Mike?
Yes.
That's fun.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, it's lame because you can just point the gun like this and
Yeah,
like,
do
like
it.
I
Yeah.
almost fucking won by literally doing that.
Yeah, dude, I won. Mike's a bitch.
Yeah.
Sometimes he thinks he's good. I like putting him in his place.
Yeah, you should get him to go at you on some Dig Dug.
Oh yeah, I don't think he would do that.
No, there's no way.
Yeah. I'm pretty good, but I
think you
can't
could beat
say
him
it
in
like
the pool,
I'm really
though.
good. I have many
Yeah.
times.
Yeah.
But sometimes I have off days and on days, and I can feel it. I'm just like, he's like, "You want to play pool?" I'm like, I'm feeling off. I'm like, "Nah, I'm good."
Yeah.
I only hit him when I'm good.
Yeah. Dude, ever since my eyes have gone, I haven't been able to play pool, and it sucks because I used to be good. I used to be on a 9-ball league, and we placed like third a couple of times. You know, like we never won, but we weren't shit. I was good enough.
Dude, I used to play every Friday night with this guy that I worked with,
Yeah.
and we played 9-ball, and I was hitting I would hit the 9 in on break.
Nice, dude.
And it's like, I did it twice, back to back, which was crazy. And he was like, "This is insane. I've never seen anybody do that." And I was like, "I don't know." And then I looked it up, and it's like, yeah, it's called a golden break,
Mhm.
and you win.
So
And I did it 3 times in the first day that we went.
that's crazy.
Yeah, I was
I
like,
used
what
to
the
have
fuck?
a special break that I did, and I would usually get the 2 in. That was my goal, was to get the 2 in. And I would come in from the left rear pocket, aimed at about, I don't know, what is that, like a 30 degree, you think, aiming at the 1 from left pocket?
Sure.
And then I would put direct straight back reverse English on it and hit just to the right so that the ball would pop back, come back, and then go back up and hit it again and do a double break.
Oh, nasty.
And it would usually leave the cue ball. My goal was to either sink the 2 or fuck the guy.
Yeah.
And leave the cue in the middle of all the balls.
Yeah.
You know, because in 9-ball, you know, you get ball in hand. So if you can do leaves. Like, I was a way better defensive player than I am. I'm not good at doing long shots on the table at all. I used to be really good at caroms, you know, bouncing off of walls and getting balls in. I was really good at those, really bad at straight shots, and not very good at banking, which is weird because I was good at caroms.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just wasn't very good at banking,
Yeah. Dude, there's actually a system I've been watching. Like, I've watched, sometimes it just comes up on YouTube, like billiards. But there's like, you can play off the diamonds.
Yeah.
Like, so what it does is pretty much, if you go 2 diamonds away from where you're at, it's going to go half of that distance.
Yep.
It's 1 diamond away.
But English is going to change everything when you're banking.
Yeah.
And that's why I was good with the caroms, was that I used to just sit at the table. I would rent a table and just practice. I would leave my, I would set the cue ball up on the dot, and then I would aim at the different triangles, the diamonds like you're talking about, and try to get it in different pockets on the table. And I would just do that for hours, dude. I don't know, dude. I like lived at a pool hall. Like, me and Joel and everybody, we were there. Literally, we were there for days. We just wouldn't leave. We would just go sleep in the car and come back in and go back to playing pool. It's crazy because none of us were employed. We were all unemployed. And
Right on.
Dude, there was like 6 grown adults, and we all lived together. None of us really had a job. We scrapped for money. We did odd jobs for people, and we made enough that like we were always drunk. I was always high, and we were always playing pool. So I was living a dream.
Yeah, sick.
I did that for years.
Except your living situation was trash.
Kinda, yeah. You would think, but what happened was Joel's house burned down, and then they rebuilt it, and then Mom and Pop just gave us all the house, so we just all had a house.
Oh, shit.
Like, I lived in a daycare for like a while, like a month, maybe, a month and a half, 2 months. But then they had the house ready, and then we just moved in and lived in a house.
You know what's wild is that you were an actual homeless person.
I was for
Like,
a long time.
Like,
Yeah.
legit.
I know, like, that's the thing, too, is like, I talk shit about bums, and everybody's like, you've never been in their shoes. And it's like, oh, yeah, I have, dude. Fuck yeah, I have.
Well, have you ever done, like, the fucking panhandling
Fuck
shit?
no. I would rather work. You can
Yeah.
always find work. You
I
can
know,
always find work.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I don't feel pity for those motherfuckers, dude, at all.
Yeah.
go get a job. Dude, there's help wanted ads in everywhere you look on Craigslist. People who want day laborers for construction. That's a big thing. You can always find, if you know how to do anything in construction, you can always find work, dude. Like this place, dude, literally.
The only thing too, like in construction, you could get a job just based on work ethic. Like you don't even have to be good.
No, I could just show up right here and start asking these guys, hey, do any of you need work? And I could have a job by the end of the week.
Would you like a job starting now? Boy, would I. You're fine.
Yeah.
Like it's so easy to get work. It's crazy. Everybody's just lazy. Everybody, whenever you see people talk about that they can't ever find work, it's because they can't find a job where they're like doing maitre d' at a Chili's or something like that, you know, where they can't find a job doing data entry.
Where you have to wear a suit or something.
Yeah. No, dude, there's always work in construction.
Yeah, I know, and it pays good, man. It pays good enough.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it pays really shit, man. Like in Florida, I was only getting like $12 an hour to fucking do hard labor, which is not enough. Like they validated it back then by saying because I was a kid, but no, sir, my body's in its prime and I'm throwing it away for you right now. I want more money than $12 an hour. Motherfuckers all like, hey, you're going to be the one that's high. Dude, they used to have me do stupid shit. I would haul the shingles up on the roof because I was the youngest one. They used to make me do shit like that.
Oh, yeah, dude.
And I'm like, no, dude, you guys are paying me $12 an hour. You want me to do this fucking work, man. Pay up.
Yeah.
And then, of course, you know, they're all like, oh, we'll just hire somebody. And they literally would. They would just be like,
I know. Everybody, there's always 5,000 applicants.
Yeah.
So it's just.
Yeah. Easy to get replaced. Easy to find work. Easy to get replaced.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I think work ethic matters definitely in construction more than your actual ability.
Definitely.
Yeah. But,
desk job, you could just be chilling.
Yeah.
Honestly, like sometimes working the desk job that I had, I would just go in and that day I would just be like, I'm not doing anything. And I would literally not do anything that day.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, they would get mad. Like they couldn't tell, but they would get mad because they would be like, we can tell you haven't done it because like they would look at the computer and be like, nothing is done.
Yeah.
But the next day I would just do it all, you know? And then, so if they're checking one time a week, as long as all my work's done at the end of the week.
Yeah. Yeah. Dude, when I did car sales, that was when it was the best because nobody got up my ass about anything ever. I could literally spend a month sitting there staring at my phone. Nobody gave a shit.
Yeah.
I wouldn't make any money.
Yeah.
So that's the flip. Like I like sales jobs because of that. Because if you're sick and you have a bad day, nobody gives a shit, dude. Just make it up next time that you're feeling good again.
Yeah.
Sales is nice about that. The thing that sucks about sales is the fact that motherfuckers will follow you home because they want to buy a car.
See, the weird thing about car sales though is like eventually you're tapped out of people, you know?
Yeah, but that's not if you're doing your job right. The main way that you make money in car sales is by customers bringing in people they know who need a car. So, and the way that you do it and you do it right is you save their birthdays and you buy them birthday cards. You save their wedding anniversaries and you buy them roses. I learned this from a guy who makes like $120 a year doing car sales. He said this is what he does. He's got an automated system on his phone where it'll automatically buy them like a thing of flowers whenever it's their birthday or whatever. And he says that he was a guy who was doing 15 to 20 cars every month. That's astounding.
Dude, it's shit like that kind of makes me think that we live in a simulation because it's like if I got flowers, I would just get pissed off.
Yeah.
I'd be like, get this fucking car company out of my... Like, how do they know where I live? Get these fucks out of here.
Well, yeah, we know where you live because you give us that information.
Yeah, but I would be mad is what I'm saying.
Yeah, but people love that. Like,
I know, weird. That's what I'm saying. It's like, those people, cattle, dude.
Yeah, and I used to call, and that's honestly, so... I averaged 10 to 12 cars a month when I started, and then when I finished, I was about 12 to 15. It really depended. Now
that's pretty good, dude.
Yeah, I made a lot of money. I made a lot of money in car sales, dude. COVID fucked me. And the best part about it was that when I finished, I actually worked at a nice dealership. I worked at a Maserati Alfa Romeo dealership.
Wild.
Yeah, I started at Hyundai. And then the dealership I went to, it ended up being a Mitsubishi dealership by the time I left. But it was a Fiat, Maserati, and Alfa Romeo dealership. And then when I showed up, Alfa Romeo and Fiat pulled out.
Oh, no.
And we got left with Mitsubishi and Maserati. And, dude, you want to talk about two car companies that don't make sense to share a building? I had a Maserati Ghibli sitting here, which is like a $100,000 car. And then a Mitsubishi Mirage right next to it, which is like an $8,000 car. And the problem is, at normal dealerships, if I work at a Hyundai dealership and somebody comes in and they want a premium car, right? Like they want a Genesis G70. It's not that hard to talk them down to like a Sonata because they look the same. It's not the same car lot. You know, they're about the same. the budget's a little less, like you just can't afford a G70. I'll put you in a nice Sonata with leather seats. Not a big deal. Somebody comes in looking at a Maserati and I try to put them in a Mitsubishi.
Ew.
Big deal.
Yeah, they hate it.
Yeah, but it happens so often, dude. You can't tell you how often I had people come in that were 19 years old with a part-time job and they're like, yeah, I'm ready to buy my first car. I saw you guys are doing $0 down on the Maserati. You can't be that stupid. You can't really genuinely look me in the eyes and think that you could just walk in and get it for $0.
Yeah. Dude, like everybody in the military, that's always wild to me. Like I've prioritized like living more than a car every single time.
Yeah.
So like even now, like, okay, I need to upgrade my car. I've had a shit car for like however long.
Yeah.
But it's like, it does the job, So if I had money, I'm not buying a car because it's going to depreciate. So I'm going to get property.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's always.
I'm a big cash car guy. I think you can make really good investments in cars that are in the $2,000 price range and then turn around and sell them for $4,000 to $5,000. And I realize that doesn't sound like, when I say $2,000 increase, that doesn't sound like that much. But when you realize it's a 100% profit.
Yeah. I mean, that's solid.
You can't do that with expensive cars, though. Like, you can't go buy a new car and
no.
That's the thing. That's what sucks about cars. Every time people talk about cars being money pits, that's what they're talking about. But if you buy a car, like, let's say you buy a Ranger, like we were talking about, you can find a good Ranger, like a little 4-cylinder single cab stick shift Ranger, $2,000.
Yeah, and then just paint it and sell it. Yeah.
Clean up the interior, $5,000.
Yeah. Easy.
Yeah, and my dad did that my whole life. That's how we used to make money. Like, dude, I don't know. I've done it quite a bit too and made a good bit of money. I've also lost my ass because it's easy to do. Sometimes something's too good to be true.
Yeah, definitely.
Or maybe what happens to me a lot is I'll see a car and it's a car that I like, and I ignore the fact that I know I'm going to lose money on it, and I'm like, I really like this car and I just want to buy it. That's what used to happen to me. I've owned like 30 cars, probably. I've had a lot of cars. Not a lot of them have ran. I would say of the 30 cars I've owned, I've only actually driven maybe 10.
That's tough, dude.
I like projects. I like working on stuff.
I know, you're a fucking weird human.
Yeah. Not anymore. Not like I used to. Nowadays, every time I work on something, I just want to shoot myself.
Dude, every time that the stuff that I normally work on is like music, right? Or, yeah. I mean, the podcast is really big deal for me. Like, I want to say I hate working on my dad's stuff. Like,
yeah.
I push it off to like the very last second. And then when I'm doing it, like, it's pretty fun. So, I don't know.
Yeah, I love doing audio and I love doing music.
If he had more interesting stuff to say, it'd be cool. Right? You know what I mean?
The thing I think that kills me is anytime I've been doing... so I've been making RC videos for my personal YouTube. And it's been a lot of fun for me because it's an excuse for me to put my music out without putting my music out. All my backing tracks are my songs. All the little bullshit songs that I make and send you guys all the time. I finally have a place that I can just drop it now.
Yeah, dude.
I just put up videos of the cars driving around.
We were talking about some people in... so we were talking about production in music culture earlier.
Yeah.
And one of these dudes remind me of like what you do. And he's just he created the wall of sound. This guy, I forgot his name, but he pretty much was just a guy who was weird, who produced some albums, He's a weird guy, did weird shit that like wasn't normal for the time.
Yeah.
And he made this wall of sound and he produced all of the albums that were any good of that decade, you know what I mean? And it's because it was a new sound. People liked it. It was new. And it's just like, the more creative you are, the more you're going to get along in life. It's just how I feel, So creativity is like, that's what I look in people. Like if you have creativity, that's a big deal.
Have you ever heard of Buckethead?
Yeah.
How many studio albums do you think he's released?
3?
No. Rookie numbers. Pump it up.
Oh, 20?
Nope. Up.
Really?
Up.
Holy shit.
Keep going.
31.
Keep going.
56.
Think bigger. Big numbers.
What?
Big numbers.
Albums. Who puts out that many albums?
He has 640 confirmed albums released.
Holy shit.
He holds the world record.
That's insane. Okay, let's see.
He's only released one
423.
One EP. Huh?
423
What?
studio albums.
No, he's got 640 studio albums.
Oh, I thought you were saying like...
No. 4 special releases, 1 EP. And he's also performed on more than 50 albums with other artists. He's a session guitarist. He's done like Michael Jackson and stuff like that. He's huge. He's so huge. But as far as creativity, like, I don't think I could listen to 640 albums from now until the time I died. How do you have such a boundless, you just keep going, you keep going, you keep going, you keep going.
I don't know, dude.
Like, that is a man who lives and breathes music.
Yeah.
The only thing that matters is music.
Yeah.
I admire that. I love it.
Yeah, dude. You know what's weird is like, I'm over here having this dilemma. Like, what do I do? What do I want to do in the industry? And literally every avenue, I'm like, I want to do that.
Yeah.
It's fucking weird.
Working with music is just fun.
So, I don't know.
But
anyway,
speaking of music, I want to see if you can identify a couple of different effects.
All right, yeah, burn it.
I'm going to pause it, and we're going to cut right here.
Okay.
Because I need to write some stuff down for you. Okay. So, what I have for you, sir, is a little guitar loop that I recorded, and I'm going to apply different effects over it, and we're going to see which ones that you can identify. You're going to have 5 different options, and I'm going to explain the options to you really quick, because I'm not going to just set you in here blind. So, vibrato is a sound that is known for having a seasick kind of sailor, watery sound.
Okay.
It sounds like you're just drunk and falling over. Tremolo is a modulation, and the only modulation on here that works off of volume. It works off of volume. So it's the tremolo effect that... Phaser is the one that's very windy and swooshy. It's got a kind of sound to it. Really kind of blossoms and then bloom. And then you have chorus, which is where that it sounds a little bit like that there's a duet where one of the guitars is slightly out of tune. And then you have flanger. Flanger is the one that I use the most and probably going to be the one that's going to be the trickiest because it gets confused for chorus and phaser quite often. The way that I explain it is that whenever you use it on a shorter setting, it has a very boingy, springy kind of sound to it. And whenever it's on a longer setting, it sounds like a jet plane taking off.
Okay.
These are your 5 different ones. I'm going to let you have this. And I am going to play a couple of different sounds for you. We're going to see if you can identify. First, I'm going to play the clean. Are you ready?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Are you
That
ready?
was clean.
That was clean. Are you ready for your first one?
Yeah. Oh, that's flanger?
Negative.
Shit. Hold on. Let me look again.
I can play it again if you would like.
Chorus.
Negative.
Fuck.
Play again.
Did you... Is it vibrato?
Negative.
Fuck me!
You've had 3 choices. I'm going to tell you now. That is phaser. It's got that...
Man, I didn't feel it at all. All right.
Listen.
Yeah, I see. Okay. That's hard. It
Yeah.
kind of sounds boingy to me.
Okay. Are you ready for your next one?
Yeah, go ahead. Is that chorus?
Negative.
Fuck. That's got to be a flanger then.
Nope. I'll play it again.
The way you explained it is fucking me. It's vibrato?
That's vibrato.
Okay.
You hear how it detunes?
Yeah.
It sounds like it's drunken.
I got you.
All right. We got 3 left. I'll play the clean for you one more time, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Here is our next one. You ready?
Mm-hmm. Chorus.
Yes. All right. So you got one off rip. You got one off rip.
Okay.
All right. Let's go for another one. Are you ready?
Yeah. That's tremolo?
That is tremolo, correct.
Okay, right on.
All right. I'm going to hit you with a surprise one. You ready?
Yeah. Is it surprise or is it flanger?
That was phaser again.
Oh. Okay.
You ready?
Yeah. So that's the flanger?
That's the flanger.
Wild.
Yeah, and if you listen, you'll hear
God,
that.
they're all similar, though.
So that's kind of the point that I was getting at. You can actually make a flanger pedal sound like a phaser, and you can make it sound like a chorus. You can make a phaser sound a little bit like a flanger, and you can make it sound like a univibe. You can make a tremolo. If you take a tremolo and a vibrato and you put it together, it sounds like a rotary. All it is it modulates. There's 3 different things you can modulate. You can modulate pitch, time, or volume. So flanger and phaser, the difference between them is it modulates frequency, which is kind of like pitch, but not really. You know, it kind of switches your mid frequency back and forth and gets that whooshy sound. Whereas flanger modulates time. It takes your normal clean signal and puts it through, and then takes another signal and slowly speeds it up and slows it down. So you get this wow kind of thing going on with flanger. And chorus is a flanger where you take it and you slow it down. It's technically a vibrato with a clean signal running next to it. But what it is in practice is a flanger with a clean signal running next to it. So you get that out of tune sound and then a regular one going through at the same time, and it creates a thing that makes it sound like you have 2 guitars. So that's the neat thing about modulation. It's a lot of fun with music production too, because you can use it on stuff that isn't just guitars. I love using flanger on drums, on cymbals, dude. It's amazing because you get this really washy sound, you know?
Yeah.
It's huge.
That's weird, man. That's cool, though.
Yeah, I love effects.
Yeah, just effects, man. That whole thing. Like, right? You got bass music, and then you fucking
I know.
are able to modulate it like
and the thing
technology, dude.
The thing that sucks is that I know nothing about like bass music. You know? I
mean, we play. Well,
but,
yeah, I guess you're like modulating the sounds like during it. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, like what I'm getting at is like I don't know my circle of fifths or anything like that. Like I can't structure a song, but I can create shit all day.
Right, and which is back to what I was saying, is creativity is worth more than fucking structuring it. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter if you go A, B, C, D, E, F. The song could be better than anything else.
Yeah.
As long as you're creative in making it.
I know, and it's funny too.
It's
funny too because like some of the most popular, and this is what sucks because again, you can't talk about art and popularity together because it doesn't actually mean anything. But most popular songs on the planet are all A, B, C.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. So that's I forgot what that's called, but it's like it's kind of looked down on by musicians. It's because it's like that's a produced song made specifically to be popular.
Yeah.
Right? So it's kind of looked down on because it loses a lot of its originality and
all of its
creativity.
Soul.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it feels plastic. But the thing is, the ABC, the thing is a lot of doom metal and a lot of stoner and even some ISIS is the same exact way. It just doesn't feel like it.
Yeah.
Because they make the A and the B and the C so distinctly different from each other. Whereas in pop music, you know, maybe from your A to your B, like what's that one song? Is it Tim McGraw where he's like skydiving? In that, there's a pitch change where it goes up like 3 notes. He goes up.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, so that's a really cool way to take an extremely simple song that required 0 work and make it sound like there's more going on. And because of that, that song sounds to me generic and like a Hallmark card that I picked up at Walgreens from my grandma.
Yeah.
You know? And it doesn't feel the same as like Planets Collide by Crowbar, which is a song that has the exact same thing. Where they go, or even Car Bomb. Car Bomb does that quite often, where they'll play the exact same riff and they'll just go up a couple of frets, and they start doing it. But it doesn't have the same feel. It doesn't feel plasticky and insincere. You know what I mean?
Sure.
And that's the creativity of it.
Yeah.
Because with the Tim McGraw song, it's literally they just like pitch shift every instrument up. It just goes up, and it's all the same. And then in the Car Bomb song, you know, as soon as they go up a fucking thing, it's all different now. You know, even though it's structurally the same. Or like we can talk about, you want to talk about a band that has made so much impact just off of drum loops is fucking Meshuggah. You know what I mean? You come up with a creative fucking loop or guitar loop or drum loop, and then you just play it over a 4/4 backbeat.
Are you saying that they don't have a drummer who made that shit up?
That's not what I'm saying at all.
Oh.
What I'm saying is that they take repeating patterns
Yeah,
that don't
definitely
mesh. So that's the same thing. The ABC. They just take a repeating pattern. That's what music is. Music's a repeating pattern.
In my mind, the way that they wrote "Bleed" was, I think the drummer just went in and they were like, "We need to write a song," and then he just fucking did a hurt on the beat and played that beat, and then they did that. He ran with that beat.
I actually think the bassist wrote "Bleed."
No, it's probably accurate. I'm just saying, like, that's the way I put it together in my mind.
Yeah, no, I don't know how that they actually write, but
I'm a drummer, so it's like I'm always thinking in the mind of what a drummer would do for that song.
know, and it's weird because I think that it's one of the only songs that he's actually written, but I want to say I watched an interview with their bassist where he played Bleed. I watched him do a playthrough of Bleed, which it's like, when you hear the bass isolated from a Sugar song, it's crazy because of how low-tuned that they are. It just sounds like rattling chains sometimes.
Dude, let's do a song of the week because I want to do, I want to talk about Herda's a little bit. Herda has always been like just a rudiment to me, but after a while, like just recently, I guess, for the past couple of years, Herda has become like my favorite rudiment.
I just don't know if I can come up with a song with a Herda in it off though.
Bleed.
I don't want to just pick Bleed.
Well, you don't have to come up with a song that has a Herda in it, but I'm going to choose a song and then you can come up with a song after that.
Okay.
But this is kind of the origin of where I think Herdas came into play for me.
Okay.
And it's back when we were in Georgia and we were playing with bands. So Tyler actually brought me on to how good a Herda can sound in context. Tyler, the drummer from... So he's playing in Box Prints at this point. He comes up with this nasty fill. And he's always been like an eccentric drummer, like adding like crazy shit into like basic stuff. You know what I mean? That's why he plays in jam bands and stuff. It's because he's always doing some crazy shit. So let me find the timestamp for this. What's sick about this fill is that he does like a Herda is essentially, if you break it down, it's da 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 da. So it's a swung thing.
Okay.
Kind of weird, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just don't know. I'm not familiar enough that I can like pull that out of my ass, you know? I'm trying to think.
There's so many. I know. Every song you have has it. But you don't have to pull a Herda out. What's cool about the fill that he does is it goes bang. So he goes from a swung to straight threes.
Nice.
Which is kind of sick.
Is it trips or is it?
So it's triplets.
Okay.
Is the second thing that happens.
Yeah.
But so it's like a swung 16th note to triplets.
Yeah, but I feel like that swung is just a triplet where that you cut the middle out.
It is.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
That's cool though, to be able to modulate between the two.
All right, 207. Disgusting. So, how fucking fast that was for the Herda, but you can still feel, there's still the feeling, right? So it's like, da 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 da. It's like, what the fuck, right? But anyway, that Herda groove, it felt so good in the music right there for me that I tried to play it for like 6 months. I just could never play the Herda that fast. So, but anyway, that Herda groove right there, I talked to him about it. He was my roommate. And I was just infatuated with it. So that's kind of what turned me on to Herdas. And I just continued like Bleed, right? And then fucking anytime I heard a Herda, I was like, bam, bam, bam. Yeah. And now in our song that we do for TPK, that's the fill. I mean, it's not that, but that's what I do, right? It's you know what I mean? It's a nasty fill, and it's like mainly Herdas. Are you gonna play that?
I'm looking for it. Yeah. It's Blacklight.
No, it's Light Dies.
What part was it?
The very end fill. That's fucking cracked.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Those are Herdas.
Hell yeah. Okay. Nice.
Yeah, so I kind of break it up there too because I'm doing actual 16th notes.
Yeah.
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I know it's nasty because I love it. It's literally probably my second favorite part in this whole song. My actual favorite is in the beginning. I'll find that really quick. I'll just play the fucking beginning of the song, dude.
oh yeah.
Yeah, my favorite part of this whole song is right when it comes in right.
Yeah, it's fucking cracks, man.
Yeah, I love that song so much.
So another thing that I would like to talk about for drummers. So it's kind of frowned upon writing the music in like in MIDI in studio.
Yeah.
But it's actually like what I talked to my buddy. He's another drummer. He plays for Eris. He's Austin Polk. He's played for Eris, and they're fucking pretty good. And that's how he writes all his drum parts, right? So this is the first song I ever did through MIDI first. And it really inspired creativity, you know what I mean? And I'm super proud of that drum part. And yeah, I don't know. So anything that inspires creativity, I would consider as a good thing. You know,
Eli does that too for Dying Whale.
I didn't know that.
Yep. When I was down there, whenever we were there for recording, he was showing me all the shit that he had written on his. It was all MIDI in Reaper.
Yeah. I think it's awesome. I don't think that you should do it every time.
No.
You know what I mean? But it's like...
The problem I have is that
it's definitely cool.
Somebody who isn't a drummer first, I have a problem sometimes knowing what's physically possible to play because I get my left and my right.
Yeah, so people who play drums, I talked about this last week with Austin Polk. And I was like, yeah, I love the MIDI thing, doing the MIDI thing. And he's like, yeah, a lot of people think of what you just said.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, but when you're writing it as a drummer, you know what you can do, you know your limitations, and you know what you can make, right? So it's like...
That's why lately what I've been doing is I'll come up with a little thing on Gideon's drum kit, and then I just loop that for a whole song.
Yeah.
Which is lame. I know it's lame to loop a drum, but I don't know how to write drums, and it's helping me write guitar. It's helping me... I've changed my direction a lot lately with the music that I've been doing. I'll put a little bit of the one real quick. Like this thing, you know?
We the best music!
And it's like, it's goofy and it's silly and it's funny, but this was such a different thing for me. And it's huge.
I love how you made that into like something, that drum beat, because it's like, I was literally just fucking noodling and like playing like a drunken bastard. Like,
but the thing that's so cool about it is that I was able to take a bunch of different influences that I don't normally mess with, right? Like, I love 90s hip hop, right? But I never, ever, ever, ever do anything with that. Well, you had the drum beat, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to loop it. I'm going to sample it. But the thing is, I don't know how to write music like that. So what I know how to write is fucking doom metal. So I just wrote some doom metal riffs and threw it over the background, and then went crazy with some synths and stuff. You know, a lot of samples in this song. I don't know, man. I think that's like, I have more fun doing that. I just have more fun making weird music than I do anything else.
Mm.
The song from way back with the
yeah,
and it goes into that cool little bump, and you know, we just vamp that. There's like 2 solid minutes of just that with chords moving over it. And again, such an out of my wheelhouse thing. And I love lately, you know, working with nose art with you and playing with you because it's so different from anything that I'm used to.
Yeah.
I just love the exposure to different stuff, man.
Yeah.
Music is so fucking fun.
Yeah, it is.
Like, oh.
Yeah, the only thing is like, it's hard to stay fun and make money.
Yeah, I'm not making any money at all.
No, nobody is. That's the great thing about hearing about people just doing their thing and then it eventually works out for them. That's what I like hearing. It's really inspirational, you know?
Yeah. I just like, I don't know.
That recording artist that I was telling you about, who, the producer.
Yeah.
Who's just doing weird stuff, and eventually it caught on and people liked it, you know? And it's like, that's pretty inspirational because the dude was just doing shit that he liked doing.
I just need to start releasing this stuff, man. Like, even the stuff that I don't take serious, I just need to start putting it out because, I don't know, man, you never know.
Yeah.
It may, we were talking to old Dingleberry, and he was talking about how fucking Filthy Frank picked up his song.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
wild.
Yeah, like, little shit like that could happen, and you'll never know if you don't put it out.
Right.
I've just been so scared, man. I'm always so scared with my music to put it out because I know it's not good. Like, I put as much time into it as I can, which is not a lot because my attention span is really rough and I have the kids and everything. And it's just like, most of the time when I make these songs, dude, it's 4 or 5 hours total. That's all I put in on these songs. And I know that that's not enough to make a good product. You know what I mean? This isn't something people are going to download on their phone and be listening to for fun because it's something I made in fucking Reaper in 5 hours. But I don't know. Maybe if I put it out, somebody will fucking hit me up and be like, hey, man, we'll pay you to fucking do this. I tried that in the past. I tried Fiverr, you know. Made a Fiverr account. I had 0 people hit me up, which was kind of heartbreaking because that was back when I was doing a lot of bluegrass. I had the banjo and the mandolin, and I put up a bunch of really cool, I thought, stuff that was based around, you know, just old Appalachian, you know, shit that my dad listened to bluegrass growing up. But yeah, I don't know, dude. It's very discouraging. It's very discouraging. It just sucks. I don't know. I'm just talking right now. I'm just venting my frustrations with music.
It's very discouraging. Okay, so let's see.
I got some fucking Godzillas.
Yeah, run that. Let's run some Godzilla stuff.
All right. So I want you to look at, I have 6 different Godzilla designs. Okay. I've selected them from over the years. Most of them are modern. We've had a lot of different Godzilla stuff come out lately.
Okay.
But, and all I want from you is to just look at these and rank them. We're not doing anything serious here. We're just being silly. So here we go. Original 1954 Godzilla.
I love it. It's the best.
It's the best?
But it's retro, so I like it.
It's the original, right? Like,
yeah.
It's what you think of when you think of Godzilla, okay? Now, this is from the 1985 Godzilla movie. This is one of my favorites.
Significantly worse.
Significantly worse? Okay. Okay.
Man, that reminded me of a scene in Armageddon with the big Godzilla. He's like,
oh, yeah. Yeah. Dude, fuck, I forgot about that. Okay.
And the fat guy gets hit by a meteor.
Matthew Broderick. Yeah, ugly. 1998 Godzilla.
I hate that one.
That's the one that had all the babies.
Yeah,
all the
I hate that.
It's the worst.
It's gross.
All right, you ready? 2014, the new legendary Godzilla.
I like it.
Good one, right?
I like
really
it.
Good.
Yeah.
All right. This one I have to zoom in on for you to actually see. This was Shin Godzilla. And I love it because they did the old school. It's a suit. It's a man in a suit, just like the originals. And he's got the big tail, just like in 1985.
Yeah.
I love this.
The background is significantly worse, though. It looks like they just put it on a green screen.
Well, he's not on a green screen. This was just the actual model.
Oh.
This is the model on display.
Oh, okay.
And I got a picture. This isn't from the movie. That's my bad on that. But I love all the throwbacks. But now, Godzilla from -1.
I don't know. I think it's a little overproduced.
Yeah, it looks kind of wild, right? It's a little bit too much. Like, look at the body. The body's just like tumorous.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe they did that on purpose because it's radiation, you know. Like,
sure.
They made him look gross on purpose. But I don't know. I've heard people say this movie's really good. I want to see it really bad, but like
I like the 2014 one a lot.
I just don't like the movies. I like the fight scenes.
Like the one with Bryan Cranston.
Yeah, that movie's mid.
I like it. Those are my favorite.
You know how ballsy it was to get Bryan Cranston and then advertise it and act like he's the biggest thing and then kill him
immediately. Yeah.
Also, Godzilla wasn't even the main bad guy of those movies.
Yeah, the second one's dog water because it has fucking Millie Bobby Brown.
I know, that's terrible. But it's got King Ghidorah in it, and that makes it worth it. Yeah, I literally fast forward through the parts with the people in it to watch the monster fights. That movie's bad. God,
I like and then it also has O'Shea Jackson.
Yeah. God.
O'Shea Jackson Jr.
Yeah. Poor guy. He shouldn't have picked up those roles.
Yeah.
Because he's in, I think, Kong, too. Because it's Godzilla vs. Kong. Godzilla vs. Kong has some really good fights in it, too. You get Mecha Godzilla for the first time in the Legendary verse, which is really fucking cool. There's a new one coming out, and it looks like that they're going to probably do really bad with the human element again. Every one of the American movies, they just fuck up the human element of a Godzilla movie so bad.
The thing I like about the 2014, like the first one, is like the way Godzilla when he has the blue, like
when he charges up,
charge. I like that a lot.
You should watch Shin Godzilla, the purple one that I showed you. It's got I'll actually just show you, dude. It's got the best laser scene that I've ever seen in my fucking life. I think the Shin Godzilla one is the best, but you think the Legendary one is the best?
The 2014.
Yeah. That's fair. I love the way that they kept the humanoid arms on him, to really throw back to the suit, man.
Yeah.
That's such a cool touch.
Definitely.
It gets kind of boring because it is a foreign language film, so you have to read a lot of subtitles, or if you can find the English dub, still a little boring because there's a lot of them in meetings.
Yeah.
But the point of a Godzilla movie is to critique their government and their approach to atomic and stuff like that. So that movie's good. It does a really good job of the prime minister where they're all like, he's like, I should really consult the Americans. He says that after like everything. And they're critiquing the Japanese dependence on American armed forces. It's a really good movie. You should watch it. The Godzilla scenes are amazing. He doesn't look like that the whole movie. Like I said, he becomes Godzilla. And that's when he finally reaches his peak. Like at the end of the movie. And they're like, oh my God, what are we let this go for way too long. They've been in meetings all day and they're just like, okay, we'll figure it out. They keep putting it off. They're not dealing with it. And then it's...
Dude, how do you kill Godzilla?
The way they do it in that movie. Do you want me to spoil it?
Yeah.
So he doesn't have blood like we do, and he doesn't eat food or anything like that. He has a nuclear reactor inside of him somehow. And
in the 2014 one, he like gets more powerful if they hit him with nukes or eats them or
whatever. All iterations of Godzilla get more powerful with nuclear energy. Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
The only way that they can hurt him that I know of is like an anti-oxygen bomb, like they do in the movie with King Ghidorah. And in the other movies, they have like a lizard ray. In the old ones, it's like, I don't know how to explain it. It looks like a big satellite dish that comes up on a tank and it shoots a fucking laser beam at him and it deters him. It doesn't hurt him or anything, like kill him, but it makes him leave. But I don't know, dude. So the way they hurt him in this movie is they put a coagulant in his blood because he's radiated, he needs to be able to cool. So they cause him to go into overheat because they put the coagulant in his blood's not flowing for him to cool. So his body shuts down to save him and he just freezes. He literally like turns to stone. It's really cool. It's kind of lame, but it's actually really cool because of the way that the movie progresses. It's a rogue team of people who come up with the way of doing it because the government's like, no, it's a stupid idea. We need nukes. We need bombs. We need to kill them.
Scumbag.
And then like this group of people who are in the government, but they're like, no, we're going to kill our own people. We need to stop it. We need to find a way to stop Godzilla where we don't nuke ourselves, So that's a really cool element of the movie too. You have like this rogue force going on and they're trying to save
Red Dawn, dude. I'm just kidding.
It is a really good movie. Shin Godzilla is amazing. I love the practical effects. I'm a sucker for the big guy in a Godzilla costume. Like the fact they made it look that good, like holy fucking shit, dude. Yes, give me that. I'll take that all day, every day.
Dude, what do you think about Red Dawn though?
I haven't seen it.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, sorry.
You haven't seen the remake?
I know it's got Josh in it from fucking Drake and Josh. That's why I didn't watch it. So,
he's not terrible though.
Yeah, but I mean the fact that he hasn't been in a whole lot of other stuff since then really tells me a lot.
He kind of did that whole thing like where he snorted a bunch of coke and lost all the weight, and then now he's like super like full of himself. It's fucking weird.
Yeah, like Jonah Hill.
Yeah.
Remember Jonah Hill was all like, "You're not allowed."
Oh, and then like Drake is like a fucking
pedophile.
Yeah,
actually, yeah. Remember when he was hitting up Millie Bobby Brown when she was 17?
No, but
Drake. Oh yeah, you don't know about that?
Not Drake.
Oh, I thought you. Oh, different Drake.
Drake from Drake and Josh.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Also but he's the same, yeah. But yes, I remember Drake doing that.
He went missing in Florida, okay? And then a fucking high school girl also went missing at the same time in Florida. And everybody was like, Drake Bell's out here raping motherfuckers.
But Drake Bell is out actually like in prison, right? Didn't he like get caught doing something?
Yeah, no, he did. I don't think he did prison time though. I think he got out because he's famous.
I feel like it's recent.
Yeah.
It's like a recent thing that happened. Yes. I never thought that it'd be so simple.
His wife.
His wife what?
His wife just divorced him in April.
Oh, good for him.
Oh, he apparently was sexually abused during his time at Nickelodeon. It just came out 4 hours ago on USA Today.
Oh,
dude,
shit.
we just got in some hot some hot news.
Sheesh. Yeah, dude. Same thing with like
Everybody.
Yeah, Josh was talking about his thing too.
Holy fuck. It's confirmed because they arrested the guy who did it to him. It was his dialogue coach when he worked at Nickelodeon.
Jeez.
Yeah, he's a registered sex offender now.
Wow.
And it's talking about the guy from Nickelodeon, Dan Schneider. You ever hear about him?
I've heard of
the guy with
Dan
the foot
Schneider.
fetish.
Yeah.
He's the one that made like Sam and Cat. They poured like ketchup on each
I know.
other's
It's disgusting.
Oh,
What is this guy?
I don't know. But more than that, he would have the whenever that the actresses were like getting tired throughout filming, he would have them come sit in his office and he would massage their feet.
What's
Dude.
fucked up is like, it was like, if you like look into it, it's like a known thing, but the parents didn't pull the kids out because they're making like hella money. You know what I mean? So it's fucked up.
Yeah, same thing happened at public. I'm sorry, I keep laying it down.
You're good. You're good.
It's fucking the same thing happens with like Disney, Nickelodeon, Cartoon Network, any things where they put a kid in. Like the parents are trying to make money off the kid. Everybody,
I know
knows
it's
it.
tough.
And
Yeah,
then
Josh actually has a fucking he released a video where he talks about it, and he's like, yeah, you know, I didn't want it, and it fucking happened.
Did you ever watch Ned's Declassified? Oh, well, the two main characters from that were talking about how they were like 14 and fucking back then, and they're married now. So,
well,
they were forced into a couple. They were made a couple on TV, and then they started dating in real life.
Oh,
you know
I
how it
got you.
always is with the TV shows, like what happened with Spider-Man. Now, you know, he's dating Zendaya, but I mean, she's hot as fuck. So hey.
All right, well, everybody, this is Pod 43. Check out our Squidward on the wall. He's chilling. On the other side, he's in the Krusty Krab.
Yeah, right now he's in the wall. Later tonight, he'll be in my ass.
But this right here is actually a portal to the next dimension. So if you actually jump through that, you'll get into the Krusty Krab. It's like Sesame Street where you jump through the pictures.
I highly suggest that you don't do it, though, because they actually make Krabby Patties out of human flesh.
Yeah, so you got to watch out for that. But
yeah,
hey, it's cool. Squidward, he's tall as fuck, too. Look at him.
I mean, not really.
Oh, he's taller than me, I bet. I mean, it would be terrifying to see an animated creature that tall.
Yeah, I'd be like, please leave. Just leave. Let me leave. I'll go. I'll buy.
He's got 8 arms, man. He would fuck you up.
I know, and they'll get suckers on him too. So imagine him just
yeah, imagine you're beating his ass, and he's like trying to block, but he's got one of the tentacles crawling up your wiener.
I know,
I mean, dude, he's got enough tentacles to fuck somebody up.
I know. Imagine, I've seen so much Squidward versus SpongeBob porn, dude, and it's tough to get because SpongeBob's got so many holes and Squidward's got so many tentacles.
That's nasty.
There's like,
does he nut out of his hands?
No.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
No, but he's like the whole time he's like fingering him while he's fucking him in the ass.
Right on.
Yeah, I'll send you some of it later. You'll like it,
dude. Some Teen Titans porn, bro, with fucking
Slade.
No, who's the right? Who's the man? It's the Cyborg.
Oh yeah.
So Cyborg, and he has all these fucking little
the lady with the,
good old. And then we got motherfucking Tween Lob in this bitch.
Good old Newgrounds porn. Does anybody else remember when you could just get on Newgrounds and play video games and then switch over to the adult side and beat your meat and then go back to playing video games? You don't remember that?
No.
Oh, dude, you missed out, bro. Same thing with Funny Junk, dude. I had a Funny Junk account, and I don't know how I ended up on the R34 pages, and then I was like 10 years old, and I was like, boobies. And I was like, well, this dick ain't gonna beat itself.
All right. Tune in next week. Like, subscribe, fuck a dude. But yeah, we're dropping another one next week. We're also dropping one
the week after that.
And we're dropping one on Wednesday for part 2 of 42, but it's going to be out before you even see this. So
it's actually going to get today.
Oh, shit. Wednesday.
Thanks so much.
Okay. See you guys.
Bacon cream pies. In your mom's eyes. Bacon cream pies. All the time.
Everybody see my shoe?
I hate tomatoes, but I love ketchup.
Can't find it. I'm looking everywhere.
Thing, and it's not even true.
Please, I have to drive home.
I think about you, and I have to say
Have an
it
edible
was
earlier.
hard to leave you
I think I'm
alone.
going to shit my pants.
Please, God, help me. Leave you alone.
I know the tarot guy was like that. He was banging the fuck out of it, but it's all right.
He's all like, look at this. Wow. Mr. Krabs? I pulled the Mr. Krabs card on you?
You got a small dick.
You got a small dick. You're going to have to let me see it. You're going to have to
I know, right?
right now.
Like, if you don't whip your balls out of your pants right now.
Right now. I have to see him, smell him, and lick him, okay? It's the only
It's the only way that you're going to survive